Hello, hello, hello. And we are live for some command training today. We're going to go over some Smartplans today. Go over a little bit of the functionality of them, some of the features that are upcoming and whatnot. So today in command training, we have Smartplans. What are Smartplans? Smartplans are your automated touches to your clients. They're your daily reminders or monthly reminders or weekly reminders. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. So in your Smartplan library, you probably have 0 Smartplans. You have to go up here after you've logged in, obviously, to agent.kw.com, which is where you will find your home screen right here. You'll come over here to the side. If you click on this, you can see what the labels are. You can click on the KW. So we're going to go over here to Smartplans, and we'll get rid of that. So you'll probably end up looking something like this. It'll say no Smartplans found. If you come right up here to the top of the library, you will be able to see all of the available Smartplans to you. So there's the monthly neighborhood touch, and it kind of gives a description. It's a monthly email that helps you reach out to client leads or recruits to show real-time market information. So you can see there's 3 steps. It's a duration of 31 days, and it's 1 touch for those 31 days. You can view the steps if you want to preview what exactly it does, and you can see here that this Smartplan is going to send an HTML email. It's going to delay 30 days, and then it's going to repeat unlimited times. So every month until someone unsubscribes or you take them off of the Smartplan, they will get that touch. And the neighborhood touch is kind of what we talked about before. You'll see, let me look up Johnny here. Let's get Johnny Tester. So Johnny Tester, I'm going to save this smart view because the last video I had to edit out a lot of personal information for other people, and I don't want to have to do that this time. So we're just going to stick here with Johnny Tester, and that's so weird. That's not even the email address that he's supposed to have. He's supposed to have jtester760@gmail.com. And for phone number, we can use my phone number. It's fine. Okay. This email is already in use by another contact, so that's weird why I have 2 Johnny Testers in here, because, all right. So I'm going to go back to contacts, and I'm going to search for Tester. Huh. That's very interesting. Alrighty, well, I guess I'm just going to have to do it because I don't know why the other one that I had set up is not coming in, but we'll figure it out. So jtester760@gmail.com. It's already in there. Mobile phone 760-995-2835. Okay. So Johnny Tester here has everything. He's got a neighborhood, which is good. It's the Victor Valley neighborhood, which is our neighborhood that we're in currently. What was I trying to do here? Okay, I was in the library. We were looking at this. Um, oh, I know what I was looking at. Okay, so if you, oh, right here, you can preview. This right here is what they're going to receive on a monthly basis in their email. This is their neighborhood snapshot that they're going to receive. That's what that neighborhood touch is. I couldn't remember what I was trying to get at doing this, but so they can see that this is the area, and then these are all the homes that are available currently for sale in their area. So if you have somebody who is, if you know where they live, add their address, you can add them to this monthly touch, and then they are going to be able to, they're going to be able to see what's available in their area, and maybe they go, oh, maybe I want to, oh geez. All right, so there's that. So there's that. So that's what they're going to get on this touch for the smart plan. So I'm going to add Johnny here to this smart plan, and to do that, I'm going to go into his contact information, and I'm going to click on the smart plan tab here, hit OK, and then I'm going to scroll down to the My Monthly Neighborhood Nurture. This is the monthly email that helps you reach out to clients, so I'm going to do that. If you're not sure, they're like, oh, I don't remember, you can do this drop down here, and this will show you exactly what the steps are, and you're like, yep, that's the one that I wanted to do. So you can select it, and then you can stagger, or you can select a different start date. So if I click right now, it should start it right now immediately. If I start it on the following date, then I could maybe, I don't want to, I just talked to them and I don't want to be pushy. So I'm going to start it for like 3 or 4 days from now, so that it doesn't look like I just got off the phone and signed them up for my emails. You have the ability to do that. But I want to start now. It gives me a message here that says if I have a Twilio account set up, all SMS messages will be automatically sent from your Twilio number. But this does not have a text message feature, this particular smart plan, so it really doesn't matter. Twilio is a service that will allow people to allow command to text message somebody from a number that you set up. It's pretty affordable, as far as like $20 will get you about 2,000 text messages. So unless your database is just abnormally large, $20 will last you quite a while. If you're just, sending out maybe 30 text messages a month, you've got a few months of that for $20. So now that Johnny here is on the smart plan, we can go back in here, check out some other ones. So that's going to send one email a month based on the neighborhood that you have set up for them. Now to get them, when you have them in your library here, so monthly neighborhood, you just click this add smart plan, and what that's going to do, like biweekly neighborhood. So add smart plan, you go my biweekly neighborhood nurture, and you can hit apply, and now it's going to show up over here in my smart plans. The biweekly neighborhood nurture shows up right there. So basically it does the same thing, but it does it every 15 days instead of every 2 weeks, instead of instead of once a month. So if you want a little bit more aggressive, they're like, yeah, I really want to see this or whatever, whatever, you can add them to something that's a little bit more aggressive. So let's take a look at all the different ones here. I've pretty much added all of them. So, there's a quarterly call plan. It's weird because I know that I have these added. So anyways, so my smart plan, so let's take a look here. And so the midterm nurture plan, so it looks like when you add the smart plan, it delays 14 days. And then this, it says phone call contact. So what this does is it adds a task so that you can be reminded to make your phone call. So when you open up command that morning, it'll say, oh, I'm supposed to call him as part of the smart plan. So you get that task right in there. Then it's going to delay 14 days, and then this one is going to send a text message on your behalf via Twilio, or it's just going to remind you, hey, you need to send a text message. And then you can, you can send the text message. And then it's going to repeat it twice. So so this is 29 days. You touch once via a phone call, and then you touch once via a text message, and then it's going to remind you twice more to do that. So that way you have the ability to touch them. That'd be 6 touches in 3 months. And it's just a phone call and a text, pretty easy. Hey, did you get my message? Or hey, whatever. So that's your midterm nurture, just to talk about the things that are going. So I have a new buyer who needs until about August. So I'm going to put him on the midterm nurture because I need about 3 months of just some, keeping in contact with them. And then at the end of the 3 months, I'm going to want to be a little bit more aggressive with it because it'll be closer to his purchase time. So after about 2 months, after 3 months, then I'll put him on a 1 month, probably 8x8 or something, where I'll touch him like a few times in that time, and then I'll put him on an MLS drip for the homes that he wants to buy about a month before he's ready to buy. So that way he can start looking at those. And that's just the way that I do it. So there's a bi-weekly neighborhood. We kind of covered that. It's 15 days, just automatically sends an email on your behalf. The monthly neighborhood sends 1 email every 30 days. The My Open House follow-up. You can reach out to a lead that someone acquired via an open house. So if you hold an open house, you add your clients from the open house right here add them to your open house follow-up, and it'll automatically send them a text message right away, and it says, hey, contact first name, thanks for coming by, what did you think of the open house? And hopefully that starts a dialogue for you guys to start texting. Oh, that's great, it's not for me, but we're looking in that same area, maybe you have anything else. Here, let me show you some other houses. So it's going to delay for 1 day, and then it's going to add a touch task, so a task to your daily task board. It says, send a nice to meet you at the open house, email to your lead for the open house you held, blah, 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 blah. That's part of the open house follow-up smart plan. So this is just saying, hey, send an email to that person, to this person. And then 2 days later, it's going to say, hey, you should make a phone call to this person. 3 days later, it's going to send another text message. I have a few open houses coming up. So this will be the text message that it sends that via text message. I said text message way too much there. And then it's going to delay for 4 days, add another phone call, delay 3 days, another text message, delay 4 days, another touch task, and then delay 3 days, and then it looks like it probably adds them to a different smart plan, and you can choose which smart plan. Now, all the things that are editable right now in these types of in these smart plans, when you edit them, the only thing that you really have to edit is the text message. You can have it say anything. So on this first one, it says, hey, first name, thanks for coming by. What did you think of the open house? And then for me, I want to add my signature because it's kind of required. So I want to make sure that this is as my signature, so when it automatically sends that text message out from my Twilio account, it's going to make sure that I have everything in there that I need. So you can set the delay 1 day. You can't edit that right now. Eventually, you're going to be able to build your own smart plan. You're going to be able to put all these pieces. You're going to be like, oh, I really want a smart plan that sends out 3 emails, 2 text messages, and then maybe a phone call at the end over 3 months. However, and you're going to be able to put all of these elements together and do them yourself. But right at the moment, we really only have this right here. So you can edit the task itself. So send an email to first name, last name. And what these are system tags. So when you see the task, it's going to say send email to Johnny Tester, because in the first name, last name for the client that I have hooked up for this is first name and last name is Johnny Tester. So it's going to pull that information automatically, and you're going to be able to do that. And even when it says send a nice to meet you to your open house held, and you can put it'll be contact first name, last name, and email. So you don't even have to go searching for anything. You can copy and paste all their information right from the task.
Quick question, is there a list of all of those?
Yes.
Substitution stuff?
Fantastic question. Right here, these are the merge fields or the system tags. Here's all the different ones. You got first name, last name, contact, email, phone, contact birthday, contact home anniversary. And in some fields, there are even more than that. So there you go. So you have all of that, and any of these words are edited. And this is just a task description. So this isn't anything that will be automatically sent. This is just what's going to show up on your task dashboard. So here's your 2-day delay, and that's going to make a phone call. And it says phone call with first name, last name. And then call the open house lead, see if they're interested in any upcoming open houses as part of open house follow plan. Here's your SMS. So this says, I have a few open houses coming up I think you would be interested in. Would you like me to send you a list? You could edit that to say, there's a lot of great homes available in the area for sale. Would you like to see a list? You can, so instead of saying you're gonna, there's open houses available, it's going to be, you can put in there, anything about really anything that you want to, trying to get them to keep in contact with you. Let's see. So you make a phone call again. So this is all the stuff that you can edit, and then another last text message. How are you doing? Just wanted to check to see if you're still available tomorrow, or if you're available tomorrow. I have a showing appointment cancel, so I have an opening in my schedule. That means, hey, I was busy, and but now since they canceled, I'm still thinking about you. Create a task, and then add to smart term, long-term nurture. So this was what is this, the midterm nurture? No, this is the open house plan. So if for some reason they still haven't contacted you, or you haven't removed them from this list, because obviously once you start really getting into a transaction with them, you're going to want to take them off the list. You don't want to keep sending all this stuff automated. So again, you're going to have to touch them, the contact, and you're going to have to say, hey, so we're now in a transaction, we're writing an offer. I don't want it to automatically send a text message, 13 days later that says, how are you doing? I wanted to check and see if you're available. I had a showing appointment cancel. I have, so I have an opening in my schedule. They're like, well, aren't we in escrow? You're going to freak them out if they get that text message automatically. So, so save. Oh, and so this is kind of this panel, before I get to showing you how to take them off the list. Up here is going to be where you're going to start building your own. You can see that the pieces are here. They're just not available to actually move or do anything with right now. So you can, you choose your trigger event, which could be adding a contact, manual add. So if I manually add a contact to this smart plan, that's going to be the trigger for it to start sending everything here. Those are going to change. You're going to be able to have them automatically be put on smart plans if they meet certain criteria, which is really cool and really nice. So you have create a task. You'll be able to make a call, send an email, send an SMS, send a text, add a delay, automatically add to another smart plan, and then restart the flow. So those are the key elements that all these are going to be built on, and those are the bricks that you'll be able to build your own plans, and it's going to be pretty great once that is an active feature. And I imagine that Command is probably going to start having a little bit more functionality after family reunion next week. So once that goes, they're going to launch the new consumer app, which is going to be super great because that consumer app is supposed to be amazing. So, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up, and I feel like family reunion is going to be a big part of playing, when all that stuff gets rolled out. So it should be a lot of fun to see that. Let's see. Okay, so I think I saved this, so that's fine. So we don't need to do anything else. We can just go back. So there's also a My Birthday plan. So a birthday plan just says interaction task with contact, delay 4 days, make a phone call, delay 1 day, touch task, and then sends a text message. Just says happy birthday. I'm trying to see exactly. Let me see what these look like, because so 6 days before it says, hey, you should send a birthday card. Because who doesn't need help remembering when to send a birthday card? I know I do all the time. It's really bad. So send a handwritten note to there for their birthday this week as part of the birthday plan. And then after 4 days, looks like they want you to call. And then day 5, set 1 day. So I'm not really sure why you wouldn't make a call, send a text, and do the social post all in the same day, because it seems like one of these days would be their birthday. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Maybe they want you to just make a call, say, hey, I know your birthday's coming up, and then so that way they know that you're thinking of them a couple days before. Maybe they've gotten their card right around the same time, and then on their birthday you actually send a text message and a social media post for their birthday. So I don't need to save those. So you have a birthday. Here's an 8x8 new contact. So, did I just delete it? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, good. So a new contact engagement. So if you have maybe a new lead from your website, you have a new lead from a Facebook ad. You throw them in here, and then you put them on this 8x8. It's going to send them a text message right away that says, hey, first name, last name, it's Bryan Collins from, whatever. You can edit that because you can just put brokerage name. So here's one that's got a little bit more. Agent name, contact, first name, all that good stuff. So so I would just put in here from Keller Williams, Victor Valley. I would love to grab coffee sometime. Let me know what your schedule looks like in the next few days. So this is an invitation to, for them to actually connect with you. Maybe you just say, hey, I'd love to meet you in the office, or, whatever you wanted to say. Just something that's gonna, get you to, meet this person. So this is a task to send an email. And I'm not really sure why these aren't just automated emails, but that's something that you'll be able to edit later on. Instead of a task to send an email, you can just have it automatically send an email. That'll be something that you do later. Then after 7 days, make a phone call. Just to remind them that you're thinking about them. After 7-day delay, send another text message. Okay, so once you have all these people on here, whatever let's go back to contacts. Let's check out Johnny. So he should be on a smart plan now. No, he's not on a smart plan. Why is he not on a smart plan? Okay, confirm. 8x8 is currently disabled. Okay, so it doesn't look like you can add 8x8 yet. So that's fine. Biweekly neighborhood. Let's go ahead and do that one. Okay. So once let's just say that if you've created a dialogue and you've already, established some sort of a relationship with them, and you don't need the constant reminders from, a new smart plan or, whatever, you can either click on the unsubscribe button right here, and that should automatically take them off of the smart plan. Yeah, I thought there was what's the way that timeline. Oh, maybe it was under here. There was a okay. So if you just add an activity, if you had them on the 8x8 and, it's a new contact, that sort of thing. If you said, oh, I made a phone call and we talked here for, so we talked about buying, oh geez. And then you click on this has responded box. What it says is by checking this box, you're noting that you have interacted with this contact. If applicable, this will remove this contact from all outcome-based smart plans such as 8x8 and 10 days of pain, which I don't know what 10 days of pain is, so that seems, maybe something coming in the future. So you can click that, and then if we was on the 8x8 or some outcome-based plan, it would automatically remove them from there just by saying that you've talked to them. So otherwise, you would just need to come into Smart Plans and hit unsubscribe. And if you're talking to them on a pretty regular basis, you should be updating your contacts here in Command often enough, that you'd be able to remember to do that. So, Smart Plans right now are still pretty not infantile, but what's the early and some limited use available. But you can see that those are going to be something that it'll come in handy pretty often in your business. Let's see, what else we have? So we have tasks, the library, and then they're going to be adding more. There's a home anniversary, a birthday, open house follow-up. So once they purchase with you, if you add in their home anniversary on their close of escrow date, you can add them to the home anniversary smart plan, and then it will also remind you to probably call. So it says send a gift or card for the home anniversary, then delay 6 days, and then make a phone call. So basically, it's going to remind you 6 days before to send a card, and then on the day of, it's going to remind you to make a phone call to call them and say, hey, happy anniversary. Happy house anniversary. People really love that. Past clients. It's one of my favorite times to actually call people because they're very excited about it. And man, I can't believe it's been a year, that sort of thing. So it's nice. So that's pretty much what I got for Smart Plans today. If you have any other questions about them, I would be happy to answer them. And yeah, so hopefully next week it'll be something more interesting, more better.
I don't know if this is a dumb question, but on the neighborhood smart plan,
Mm-hmm.
where does it pull those houses from?
It's pulling from the MLS. Yeah. So all of the area, the MLS, like I showed you. Let me see. So if we go in here and we preview, no photo available. That's a bummer. Yeah, so it's pulling this out. Courtesy of Pacific Realty. All the home facts. So this is Nisqually and 7th. So it says the average home price is $246. This home is for sale for $240,000. So, it was listed 2 days ago. I don't know why they're not pulling pictures. It may just be.
Or maybe it's just on here and when it emails, it'll send it.
Yeah, I mean, normally it's going to be.
That pulled up another one and it
Yeah. It might be something that they're working on right now, that the pictures aren't coming through. For some reason, they're not syncing with the data. Maybe it's just a line of code that they got to work out. Green train is squally. Let's see if I preview that one. Yeah, I mean, this one just says network error, so. Yep. So, all right, well then, I feel like we'll go ahead and end this here, and then anybody who has questions would be fine to ask them, and we'll talk later.